Hello, my name is Commander Callahan. I'm with the Elk Grove Village Police Department. I am the administrative commander. One of my biggest roles is facilitating training for all the officers at our department. Today, what we're doing here is high-risk traffic stops. Officers are dealing with a subject in a vehicle that is a threat to the community, to the officers, or sometimes to themselves.
In any given day, we can encounter a high-risk stop, which is a stolen vehicle, a call of maybe a subject who's armed, and we have to conduct the traffic stop, and we aren't going to approach them like we would a speeder, right? We don't want to do that. We want to use different tactics to keep us safe and also allow us the time, distance, and cover to use different tools to solve that problem. And we have to use all those tactics that we learned in this training to safely take them into custody.
So it could be a vehicle that's wanted, especially in one of the major crimes. So like, you have an armed robbery, it could be a homicide suspect, it could be a stolen vehicle. It could be anything from a domestic case where the subject possibly could be armed or with a weapon. And it's basically a traffic stop on anything where it poses a threat to the officer's safety.
So if an officer deems this to be a high-risk traffic stop, this training gives the officers the knowledge to use a multitude of different approaches. Normal training day, the officers start off in a classroom where they go over what the training day is going to encounter. They also fill out their NEMR paperwork.
So we start out with a PowerPoint presentation. We go over like case law, what gives us the legal justification to do what we're doing, right, to start, and then move into static drills.
We kind of do like a hands-on just run through, let the officers run through it, do some practice, reps at the tactics and everything else. And then usually later in the afternoon, we start running through like kind of real life scenarios where they're actually shooting sims rounds or using tactics on a real life person that is role playing.
We give them a scenario, we dispatch it like we would in the real world, and they have to go from being dispatched all the way to securing the scene. And we do a few of those scenarios like that.
It is a crawl, walk, run, where the officers walk through the scenarios, they walk through the training, build their confidence, and then at the end, the instructors have different scenarios played out for them to test what they learned all day.
It is a long day, but it's a lot of good information that we're getting. The instructors that we have they're very knowledgeable. You can learn a lot from them. They know what they're doing, and it's all around helpful for us.
My responsibility today is I'm actually being a role player. Why the officers use their Sims training rounds. This suit, just the Carhartts, the basic Carhartts and the mask and everything, just helps us while they're shooting these Sims rounds at us. And my overall goal today and a part of this training is just to be a role player. Really, the design of this training is to maintain public safety and maintain that officer safety in that aspect. Our overall goal here is if we have a vehicle come through town that's wanted for any kind of crime, that may be a serious offense, it may be something minor where it poses a threat to the public, we want to stop this car and handle it in a peaceful and calm and collected manner where we can either get them into custody or again get that person the help they need.
A lot of it is just maintaining our officers' safety and making sure we're in the most advantageous position to ourselves.
This type of training, this force-on-force simulations training is the best for us to react properly, right? And it's not just about shooting a firearm. We want to give the officers other options, de-escalation tactics, communication skills. All those things kind of come into play with these scenarios. Giving the officers different options to solve problems, right? It shouldn't always have to be the highest level of force. Can we use a lower level of force and solve the problem?
Our job is to work for the community, keep the community safe. So the more training like this that we do, training in just every aspect of the job, we keep those skills sharp. We do our best in serving the community.
This training is important because we want everyone to be on the same page and have the same training so each officer can work together to quickly de-escalate and get that person into custody as soon as possible. It's safer for the community, it's safer for the officers.